The video you just see now, these are not Nigerian military. Yes. This video you see now, where you see certain armed men, dressed up in on military attires, they are actually not Nigerian military. The people you see there are Fulani bandits. These Fulani terrorists that actually goes around kidnapping and, exerting mayhem on Nigerians. Those are the people you are looking at. You see, the Fulanis have successfully created their own army that will drive their own cause. But you people still do not want to believe that. Yes, you still don't want to believe that that is what the situation is. Following the, or let me say a solution, for the spades or the level of attacks melted on Yoruba people over these last few weeks, the federal government have ordered that, more than or at least 1,000 forest vigilantes should be established. And these are the people you see now. They successfully created that vigilante group made of hunters with local guns, old kind of, guns with this Beretta they use in shooting grass cutter and antelopes. And you can see them trying to fortify it in a traditional juju, way. And guess what? A lot of them were created and they have finally gone into the bush. These are them. Created them and then went into the Yoruba forest. At least their work is being successful to a certain extent. They have actually rescued so many people. A guy was rescued. This video you're seeing now, he was rescued. The guy was tied inside the forest, tied to a tree by the Fulani terrorists. So they successfully rescued the guy, and as you can see, he's barely lifeless. Yes. So now, what are the points I'm trying to make now is that if the military cannot rescue this guy, it is only the local vigilante created there that can do this job. Why don't you split the security architecture of this country so that every region or every state or every district, let me call it that, can have their own independent military architecture? And this shows exactly the situation in Nigeria. This is what I keep saying, and I will keep saying it. With this little fragment of security, apparatus or security personnel, it simply shows that our own military is practically useless. Because if our military is useful, why do we have this, fragmented military sections? Why do we have them? The children that are kidnapped in the bush are still there. Only God knows how many are still alive and how many are dead. Only God knows. Many of them are gone. Whether you like it or not, these bandits were created by the Fulani groups, by the Fulanis themselves. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They are not criminals. Like they say, they are criminals, that is a lie, that they came from Sahel, they came from this. They were created by the Fulanis, and it is their own foot soldiers. Tinubu knows that he's just playing politics, buying time, so that when the time comes, he will run away before they kill him for that place. I know. We all know. He's only trying to play soft so that the time comes, whether he wins, he does not win. Some people say, well, he will only try to rig himself in, and then by the time he gets in, he will now do, because it's his last tenure, he will now do things to bring solution. I don't believe that is true. Because if you think, say, you are a shepherd, you are a herdsman, the more your cow they grow, the more the shepherd they tighten in rule. Don't think Tinubu will come back there and then the Fulani will be looking at him and say, oh, let us now look at him. He want to do things so that he will not, because it's his last tenure. It's a lie. That is where things will get worse and you can't even solve anything. The best way is, to me, split the security apparatus of the country. Every region should create. I can see they are trying to do that only with the police. Can police, even police chase an ordinary armed robber where they jump fence, come thief chicken. Police cannot chase them. How much more bandits? What can policemen do? They cannot do anything. Disintegrate the security architecture of the country, even if you are not going to split the country. Let the security, structure of the country be splitted. Every region should create their own security architecture that will be, formidable enough to fight external aggression, whether it be another country or whatever. But they can still create, like I said, ties within themselves, strategic, alliance within themselves. Just at least to be under an umbrella. Just like when 3 people they under umbrella or 4 people they under umbrella when rain they fall, they can hold the umbrella together. Meanwhile, that rain is not touching them. You can use that concept with the Nigerian military. Don't create one military thinking that one military can save 220 million citizens, and then in a polarized country where some section feel their own interest is just to overrun the country, take over the country, and turn it to their grandfather's estate. And you think it's a joke? It is not a joke. The more you continue to play games with this whole thing, the more wahala will come. Even when you are gone, you will only pass time, and when the time is gone, when your time is finished, you are gone. The problem will still remain. Yes. This whole thing started during Jonathan. Where is Jonathan now? He's drinking ogogoro in his region. But you see, the problem has intensified. Buhari was there. Did Buhari do anything? The problem is still there. So Tinubu that is there will still do back forth until when his time elapses, he will disappear. If you love the country that you said you are serving, or you love the future of your unborn children, this is what you are going to do. It's either you totally restructure the country or split it. If they want Sharia, they want whatever they want, it should be there with them. If there are for their people that do not subscribe to their own way of life, there's something called asylum. They can seek asylum anywhere where there is peace. A lot of them are in the south enjoying life, enjoying freedom, as if there is no tomorrow. What is bad if you give it to those whose goal or whose value do not fall within what these people are subscribing to? You cannot continue to make noise here and there, and meanwhile, these things are growing. Now you can see they will only lay low, strategize, because they have a lot of money. The millions they've been taking from you, they have it. The government themselves are paying ransom. A lot of you do not know. Governments themselves are paying ransom to these people. You think these people use the money to build skyscrapers or build community projects for their people? They use it to reinforce themselves much better. The Fulanis use the money collected from ransom to reinforce themselves better. So when you pay ransom to them, you are helping them to grow. Split the country or disintegrate it or totally restructure it. Every region should have its formidable, independent military architecture. That is it. See you again in our next update. Have you followed this page? Please do so. Drop your thoughts and comments on this comment section, because we like to read what you think, and it also serves as a public opinion to the government and other people. Like, share, and comment. See you again in our next update. Bye.